It's written in our nature. The stories that we tell. The codes that we crack. To get to know ourselves. Believe in me. Everyone does. Another sun, another sun, another sun. Feels good. Life is what you make it. In our nature, the secrets of the past. Breathe.
Welcome to our stream for the OneWeb launch tonight. And yes, with me, wait a second. So yeah, with me as always is Philip.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hello.
So, OneWeb.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Indeed.
I've actually never seen
hear
the
anything.
OneWeb launch before.
Yes, nice.
So that's gonna be interesting.
Oh yeah, actually no.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Oh man, I really screwed it up. I had my sound on my PC muted.
Do you hear me at least?
Yes, no. So probably the intro was ruined by the song in the background.
Yeah, it was alright.
Because I just muted my computer sound, not the sound of the music.
Yeah, well,
That
was
was
fine.
a little screw up. Sorry for that, but yeah, we're already 6 viewers. So welcome Sunset Awesome, of course, and welcome Awesome Dog. So Awesome Dog's SM22, right? And yeah, welcome to stream. And of course, Ari is also here. So yeah, we are roughly 30 minutes away from the launch of another batch of 36 OneWeb satellites. It's a similar constellation as the Starlink constellation. And yeah, actually we can see right now how it just right. We see the rocket for today. It's still in those big elevators. But still can see crew up there, and of course you can see some venting from the rocket as it's loading its propellants. And yeah, you can see some beautiful shots from the last OneWeb launch. Yeah, Soyuz is an awesome rocket, and of course those flame trenches are so awesome.
Yeah. Soyuz is such a unique and important rocket, and it's been there forever. I mean, it began in the 60s, and it's still going. It's
Yeah.
it's
And
mind-boggling to me.
super real. Man, that word was never good.
Reliable.
Reliable. Super
Yeah.
reliable.
So
Yeah, when the arms will retract from the rocket, I don't know. My guess is at T-minute 30 minutes, so in 4 seconds. I'm actually don't know. I mean, I know when the quick disconnect. I mean, the big one is at T-minute 30 seconds, and the smaller one is at T-minute 15 seconds. But the gantry amps, now I have the word again. The gantry amps, I actually don't know the exact point of time when they retract. But I think the last Soyuz launch I watched in person was the Progress launch, and yeah, we had that awesome jellyfish. But I don't think we'll see today. It's a little bit late.
Oh, you mean the light phenomena with the exhaust?
Yes, and you can also see the
so
beautiful recap on our YouTube channel, and there you have a beautiful time lapse footage of that exhaust. It's really beautiful. I
Yeah.
love to.
It's always funny because sometimes I see those videos on YouTube Shorts. I'm a big fan of YouTube Shorts, by the way. And yeah, people are like, that was a big light phenomena from a SpaceX rocket and stuff. And I'm like amused because you clearly can tell that they don't have a clue what they're talking about. And yeah, I read that there were a lot of UFO reports when that Vandenberg launch happened a couple of years back.
Yes,
And
that one, yeah.
they
Yeah,
had
I
lots
remember.
and lots of UFO reports because
Yes.
the public wasn't aware of what's going on.
Yeah.
And yeah, but I think that light phenomena that is happening, like it's called a jellyfish, or at least that's
Yeah,
the nickname.
jellyfish. That's a beautiful animation. Look at that. Sadly in Russian, but pretty cool animation. And actually, fun fact: the Russians, they do the thing. The boosters are not the boosters. The boosters are stage 1. Then the center core is stage 2, and the upper stage is stage 3, and then of course frigate. So the kick stage, and I mean it is a kick stage.
Yeah.
The kick stage is then stage 4.
But the center cross just lit up on T0, right? It's not like
I think
Delta 2 where the.
I mean, you have the really long ignition sequence. I don't know if it's a staggered start, but you have really long sequence. That's for sure. I mean, so they're starting to ignite at T-minute 7 or so.
So like where it's like past T0.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
T plus 4 or 5 seconds, and it finally lifts off.
Yeah, you can't really compare that one, I would say, because you know you have the boosters and the engine that has to run up. I mean, here you only have engines and bullet, but they take some time to ignite.
Yeah.
That's also why they're doing hot staging, and to keep the propellers back. But yeah, they're doing hot staging. Hot staging is when you have the upper stage there, and that's why there is this cross pattern. It's for just for letting the exhaust out. I think they did the same with so not the Russians, Americans did Titan. With Titan they did the same. Also hot staging for the second stage, and you have the exhaust holes, and then it's firing before separation. It's the exhaust holes are traveling the exhaust, and then
so it's then firing in the inner stage and then separating.
Oh yeah, by the way, the gantry aims are retracting and really fast.
Right.
Look at them go.
I just saw that. Yeah. So hot staging is just when they fire in the inner stage.
Yeah, they fire in the inner stage.
I mean, that's kind of cool. I mean,
that's why you can see it here.
Probably.
Here, it right here. This.
They're moving really quick, aren't they? I mean, look
yes,
at
they're. I mean, they are not that big. I mean, Soyuz is not that big of a rocket, but still.
I mean, it's still
it's
It's
very big.
not small.
Yeah, it's definitely not small.
It's not like 5 meters tall. Like Soyuz is like 50 meters tall, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think 47. Exact thing.
Yeah, so almost 50.
And so, chat, I'm just trying something here real quick. I'm trying to get. Here you have in Windows this feature with multiple desktops, and I'm trying to get the stream on another desktop. So, if this works, we have a revolution. If it doesn't work, if it doesn't work, it's okay. Then I have a little bit more struggle. But if it works now, if this works now,
oh, I just saw they have a live chat.
Cross your
I've seen
fingers,
that
cross your fingers, just
anywhere.
get a stream. Oh, it's still that one. Wait, no, that. No, that's not working. Am I doing something? Maybe I should close this one here. Oh, beautiful website here, but. Oh, maybe it works. Yeah, let me just. I just leave Spotify and that stuff on the other stream.
Yeah.
I can't transfer through desktops the video file.
I mean, it's okay, I guess.
But then this is my I have another main screen. The previous little delayed here, but I have the full screen of YouTube thing and Spotify and the stream. And if I have to change something, let me know, so I can switch the desktops.
Now it's a black screen on the stream.
Okay, I can't switch then.
Well then, reverse it, undo it, so we can enjoy
Is it black again?
view of the Soyuz again. Oh yeah, here we are.
Was it black again for a short second there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now it's black again. Oh, what? It's confusing. It's like popping on and off.
Yeah, that's when I switch desktops. So I sometimes have to switch desktops. It will go black for a second, but I have to change Spotify sometimes. So that's when you see black screen. It's me in Spotify.
All right. Why is the rocket so dark now? Because it was
yeah, the
very
gandrams
lit
have
up earlier.
lights on them.
Yeah, I know, but yeah.
But let me just look for another live stream here. Another tab. So do we have other cameras? Yes. Okay, we have a better feed. We have a non-hosted stream. And let me just pull it up, and here we go. So this is non-hosted.
So raw rocket images.
Now we have rocket images. Okay, that's perfect.
Nice.
Hello,
Oh, yeah.
MMB300. Come to stream. So yes, and you can still see people down there. And they're still there. They're a long time.
Walking around. Yeah.
They're
That's kind of cool. I guess it must be a cool feeling to walk
yeah.
around that.
And I mean, you
like,
know, it's
in
it's
20
safe.
minutes, the rocket is gonna be
Nothing ever
gone.
happened. You can feel safe.
Yeah, I mean.
Why an
Yeah,
intern?
it would
So
be-
intern is basically it's basically like we just have roles. I mean, you see it in the back. It's 6 months, half a year on the intern is 3 months here, 3 months on the.
Yeah.
That's
it's
just the time. With the time you rank up. It's nothing special, but some rank system there.
Yeah. The only special role out there is the Patreon role, I guess. So if you're a Patreon,
Yeah,
you
and by the way,
get
shout out to our
perks.
Patreon. You can look in the description if you want to become patron and support us. Yeah, every euro is cool, but of course you don't have to. What would really support us as well is sub to our channel and like, so other people get to see this channel, and yeah, that would be something.
Yeah, it really means a lot because we're trying our best to make it work and delivering good content, and yeah. Oh, it looks like the people down there at the launch pad are
Yeah, they're
now.
leaving. I think T minus 20 minutes is to the pad, and yeah, and
20 minutes before launch is not a long time.
no, it's I mean for space launches or so, it's a few hours.
Yeah, I can remember DM2 the first DM2 attempt where they're like all suited up and it's like T minus 35 minutes and they had to get out again. So they were like they wasted 4 hours or something because they are doing
Yes.
the load and go procedure.
Fair Demon is 20 minutes, and there's only 1 or 2 pad. So they're all leaving now.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, I think that launch should be from Baikonur. And let me just do something here. Let me just go to our beautiful website, weeklyspaceflight.com. So on that website, we can see everything about the launch. Just go on upcoming launches, and scroll a little bit down here. We have OneWeb 9, and then just look here. Launchpad, yeah, launchpad is site 31/6 at the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan. So yes, it's from Baikonur. So I think the last one of launches, you can see it also here. There are no gantry amps. So the gantry amps are basically the launch sites where also Soyuz and Progress launches from, because gantry amps are mostly elevators for the crew and for cargo to be put up to the spacecrafts. And yeah, so we see this. So I think other launches were from Russia. Like, I think this one here is in Russia with the blue hold down arms and big lights here. This is Russia launch site. But yeah, it's launch site 31/6. There are 34 satellites. I think I spelled that wrong maybe in the title.
I'm sure
It's
I
34.
always thought it was 36.
Yes, me too, but I think that should be right. I got it from Next Spaceflight information. So they're fairly accurate. Let me just check. So
Yeah, I
we're
think they're not as you know, because like compared to Starlink, the
no, yeah,
number
34. 34 is right.
really 34?
Yes,
Oh,
it's
thought they
definitely
were,
not
like,
there.
really
They're
big.
much bigger than the Starlink satellites.
Right, I know, but yeah, because I always remember that OneWeb was always 36, but well, there's
Okay, we
probably
got
a
something.
reason
There's
for it.
someone on Twitter saying nice things about a stream if you're interested. Yeah, definitely gonna check that out. So let's just finish this one. The destination orbit is low of orbit Leo, and it's a 9th launch for OneWeb and 34 satellites. That similar satellite constellation to Starlink, so internet, low latency internet. It's also low of orbit, of course. The launch is at 22:33 UTC. So that actually was is a little bit earlier. We have changed it here, but it's now a little bit earlier. It's at 23, so it's 7 minutes earlier in 16 minutes. Yes, it's Soyuz 2.1B. And has a kick stage. The kick stage is called Frigate. And yes, the payload mass of all the satellites together is around 5 tons. We have 4 stages and 4 strap-ons. So the strap-ons actually count as a stage. So yeah, let's just get back to the rocket fuse here.
That's not a lot. Because I always figured that Starlink was more than that, isn't it?
Yes, I mean Soyuz can't carry as much as Falcon 9.
Yeah, I know. But like, so if OneWeb is
Thank you for
the OneWeb satellites are bigger than the Starlinks.
Okay. We somehow have ISS live views right now.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting, definitely. So yeah.
So bigger satellites usually mean they're heavier, but how? I mean, sure, it's half of the amount of satellites in the OneWeb like in the OneWeb launches. But how much do the Starlink satellites weigh? Starlink satellite.
I think one satellite is around 1 ton or so.
Nah, it's much less because.
Actually, a small update from Boca Chica. I want to pull it in. And Boca Chica will see venting from the orbital tank farm, so they're beginning action there.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
And so yeah, let me just hit the guy up. Okay, now it changed again. But I can hit the guy up from the international rocket launches.
So let's assume that one Starlink satellite is 227 kilograms, so about a quarter ton. So there are 60 on there, so let's say 14 tons each launch. That's a lot. So if you cut that in half, then you would get 7.5 tons. So they're still 2 tons under. So OneWeb is 2 tons under Starlink, if you make up for the difference in satellite count. So I guess they're just bigger but lighter. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, OneWeb is
Do
definitely
we have
bigger,
any...
so we can actually pull up a picture right here.
Yeah, I was about to ask, do we have a picture of the
Yeah, we
satellites?
have.
Because I
I
have
think we don't
no
have
idea
real
how they look
picture
like.
from orbit. That would be, but yeah, this is a
Yeah.
rough picture of the satellite here.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, maybe find a bigger one. But oh yeah, that one's nice.
They kind of look fancy.
This is the OneWeb satellite. So yeah, we have these extending solar arrays that are tucked in here on the sides here. And we have the antennas, of course, and yeah, and then we have the big body. So we actually can look at them in the fairing, or they're integrated in the fairing. Here's a nice picture. Always love those pictures you get. We get them from every launch, which is really cool from OneWeb and from Roscosmos.
Oh.
So I think that one's the best one. So let me just pull it up here. So yeah, this is
They're attached to... No. Are there...
So
Oh,
yeah,
no.
this is like they have like a housing. So it's in a housing,
Yeah.
and they're just tucked in there. And you can see those are the solar panels tucked to the sides here. Those are the antennas here. Then the fairing is pulled over. And here
Right.
you can actually see the aluminum foil there. The foil here. This is the frigate. Those are the tanks from the frigate from the kick stage of Soyuz, or Soyuz frigate. Soyuz flies with a kick stage, but yeah, this Soyuz flies with the kick stage, and yeah.
So...
I think OneWeb is. Oh yeah, this is a pretty good picture here.
So it's
So
not like
actu-
with the Starlink satellites where they pop out all at once.
So
They're
yes,
like
we
coming
won't.
out of
We
pairs,
definitely
right?
won't stream the whole deploy sequence. It takes hours. We will go
Right.
offline after reaching orbit because it's late night in Germany, and I have to wake up tomorrow at 6 a.m. again. Have tennis camp. Yeah, so it's not gonna be a long night for me, but I have slept enough last night so I can. It should work. I hope.
So...
But maybe I'm
not sure
just
about
lying
the-
in bed until 4 a.m. watching satellites deploy. Maybe that's also happening. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
I
yes.
usually pull them up on my TV, like especially for like Starlink and stuff. Before I did the live streams, I was just pulling them up on my TV and watching them from my bed, and then went back to sleep. But yeah, like with OneWeb, they don't deploy all at once. They deploy in pairs or even one by one, right? So,
Yes, they deploy one by one, and yes, I don't sleep more than 6 hours in a week. But that's
Yeah, I
because
can
I have
actually
tennis
relate to
camp this week. I have always to wake up pretty early, but normally I sleep until 10 a.m. so I have enough sleep. But of course, when school starts again, it's about 6 or 7 hours then.
Don't get me started on school and
Yes.
sleep schedules.
It's 1 week.
Okay in the beginning of the
1 week
of
until
the
school.
year. Yeah. So it's okay for my sleep cycle in the beginning of the year, but it kind of gets worse when you're like moving to the end of the year, and like the last couple of weeks, it's only like 4 hours a night for a month or so until we finally are on vacation. But yeah, that's kind of how it goes. Well, so we're just 10 minutes away from launch. That's gonna be cool. I like the fairing design. It's like the big nose. I'm just gonna say nose on the top of the
Yeah,
fairing.
I love this fairing. It's awesome.
It's cool. It's
I
cool.
love it.
It
looks
looks
super cool.
kind of sleek. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. It just have this look. It's iconic. It's pretty iconic, and I love it.
Yeah. I mean, it's still hard for me to wrap my head around the whole Soyuz design. Soyuz, that was a weird.
Soyuz.
Soyuz.
I mean, Soyuz ist
Soyuz.
Soyuz. Die Soyuz-Rakete startet in Baikonur in Kasachstan.
Because
Yes.
it's so different. It can be very different because I mean you can look at the fairing,
There's
but
so
when
many
it's
variants of
launching-
Soyuz.
Yeah, right. or even though the boosterless version, which I didn't.
Oh, that's so course. I
didn't
didn't know of
know
this
that it
2 months ago.
existed.
Yeah. Yes. It's. Oh,
It's like
let me just
it's a
pull it
bit-
up.
it's
I
a
want
bit
to see it again.
So it's
They used what was it?
so the
2.8
Atlas
or
5
so?
is better without boosters, but you know it
Use
kind of looks naked,
Yeah.
in my opinion. When you look
So
at
use-
the Atlas without solid rocket boosters, it kind of looks like it's naked.
I mean, I love
Wasn't
the
it like
Atlas.
V?
It's my favorite rocket. The Atlas with the small fairing
Isn't
and
it-
no boosters is my favorite rocket.
No. It's the Soyuz 2.1
Nee.
V.
V.
Is it? How?
Oh, the Vogelfrau. So 2.1 V. Ah, what's oh. Yeah,
There it is.
beautiful. I love it.
I didn't even know. I always thought it's
beautiful.
kind of like Delta 2, which so Delta 2 necessarily had to have 3 solid rocket boosters to take off because the engine wasn't powerful enough. I always
Yes,
thought
Delta
that's
2.
the same
No,
as Soyuz.
wasn't that? Yeah, but Delta 3. Delta 3 was even more cursed. My eyes, yeah, mine too. Mine committed suicide too. That's yeah. But Delta 2, Delta 3, it's not beautiful rocket. We don't have to discuss that. It's not that beautiful. But Delta 3 actually took 8 boosters to lift off. Without 8 boosters, it couldn't lift off. It had
Right.
to have the max amount of boosters. You couldn't have more boosters to get more payload. No, just said that was that single configuration. You have less than 8 boosters. Yeah, okay, cool. You're not gonna launch. I think
Yeah.
even with an empty upper stage and no engine, with a demo mock-up upper stage, you wouldn't have launched.
Yeah, well, that's kind of interesting.
Because like the tank for the first stage was
Yeah, right. So I always like the views, the different angles in Baikonur, because there are always like hangars and almost tents everywhere around, and there's just all of the
Okay, wait a second, we have a big news. Guess who just followed me on Twitter?
Who?
Hop AR.
Ah, nice.
They only followed 300 people, I feel really honored.
Ah. Or Bruno follows me.
Yeah, me too, it's...
Yeah, but he followed me before he followed everyone.
No, he followed me before you.
I know, but still, it's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Oh, Chicken Land Heel, welcome to the stream, buddy. What's up? How are you
Hey,
doing?
Jake, what's up?
It's pretty early for you, right? No, it's not. It's around noon, right? It's crazy. It's around noon for Australia already. It's time zones are crazy. Time zones are really. Let me just
Yeah,
look here on my World Watch. Nah, nah. It's 10 a.m. Hop AR is this AR game for iPhone and Android, where you can place like Falcon 9 and stuff in your living room and let it launch. And all the 3D creators have worked with that, so. But yeah, oh, that's a nice view. The awesome, big, huge, big flame engine. Are there still people on the pad team in 6 minutes?
I don't think so.
I think this is. No, wait, yes, it's there's a guy at the pad team in 6 minutes, yeah. Yeah, why not? We're in Russia. Oh, hello into the Rocketverse. Welcome to stream. We're doing good. Having a great time. How you doing?
I can remember you from the interview I did with Civilian Space. Always, because you have different names for the podcast and your Twitter accounts, so I'm kind of confused always, but you know, I had fun doing it. So where's the person from at the pad? I didn't see him.
This right here, saying this. Not sure, but I feel like they're still standing there. But I could be wrong. I mean, we're a team and a five, but they really look like persons, like
Yeah,
real people,
It's hard.
like
it's hard to
humans.
tell.
Those are real humans.
Humans.
Humans. Yeah. Oh, hello, Proton. We're doing good. How you doing? It's nice to see you on stream.
That's not a person. Yeah, I was
Not yet. I'm not sure. Not sure.
because I feel like they've been there all the time and not just and they're not moving. And the only reason why they wouldn't move is if they were all like sitting with a lawn chair down there and I don't know, having beers or something, just
No,
hanging
it's
out,
Russia. They have vodka.
That's the only story I could come up with why you would sit or be at the launch pad
Yeah,
at
take cool photos.
T-5 minutes.
Yeah, it's nice. So especially when they come to engine ignition, you know, when everything is almost.
Right, they're like, oh, this is weird. What's
And I'm
happening?
actually turning off the lights in my room now because I want to get flashbanged by the space Soyuz rocket. So lights off. Lights off. Thank you.
Can you imagine you're the person who is sitting down there next to the rocket, and all of a sudden it just starts
I mean,
rumbling.
when we really have, you know, this vibe when you're out and about and it's dark, animals, and you see the stars and moon in the sky. It's a little bit cold, breeze and that stuff, like wind. It's like night. Then just imagine that and a rocket nearby you that's venting and
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it just goes.
I mean, and then just and then you're just dead.
God.
That's a cool experience. Personally, I wouldn't do it. I like to live. Living's cool.
I was
I
like,
prefer living.
if I knew if I'm certain that I wouldn't die,
I would do
I
it.
think
Yeah.
I would do it.
Yeah. Same.
I would hang out.
I would
grab
do it
a
like
lawn chair.
in a shock bunker or so. You know, in a bunker
Yeah,
right
right.
next to it. I would love to have. I would love. Why are there not like bunkers, public commercial bunkers for everyone? You can buy tickets for launches. I mean, that would be huge business.
That would be pretty cool.
They would make so much cash. That would be pretty good business.
Well, I'm not too sure about it because it's probably hard to get all the permits and all the rights to do that.
Just build a bunker. That hard, isn't it?
No, it's not hard like from an engineering standpoint, but it's probably not that okay to just build a bunker next to a launch site.
I mean, what? Like you have blast bunkers there. I mean, you have one.
I mean,
Boca
we know
Chica
Tori has this private spot at the
on launch show. Yes.
at the ULA launch.
Don't
pad.
tell it, ULA. Don't tell it, ULA.
No, we won't.
Your secret is safe here.
Sure is.
It's definitely not a public life.
Nope.
A secret safe place for
It's
Tori Bruno
exclusive.
secrets.
It's exclusive to the internet.
Yes. And since ULA is an old company, they won't see it. Okay, we'll do it. And yeah,
That's one of those internets.
and is das touch? Launch key has been installed on the board, so we are still going. Wow, that's beautiful.
Oh,
news.
nice.
Yeah, we go. They're still doing it with the launch kit. That's so cool. Oh, we actually had 1 minute, so let me up the nice rocket noise. So you have a black screen. Don't worry. I'll be back. I'll be back. Back in a second. There we go.
Alright, so you get 10 more
Just turn
seconds
on
to
the
read
sound.
the DM I sent you, and if you're not doing it, I'm just gonna tell it.
What DM? Twitter.
No, Discord.
I don't have a DM.
You sure?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Let me just do
Oh, it's
it.
just yeah, it's kind of important so we can
Yes.
moderate the same stuff at the same time, so it's not confusing to you. Yeah. But now everything is fixed. We're down to 40 seconds already.
Yeah, let me just also. Let's just disable the. Or there's still the old image.
It doesn't matter. Just get a couple of seconds. You can do it. Born in 1964.
Engine ignition every second now.
Alright.
Every second now. Oh, I forgot to switch stream. Engine ignition every second.
Um,
Abort.
Aboard?
Abort.
Aw.
Abort.
You
Abort.
serious? No, it's just aborted?
Yes.
Aw. That's unfortunate. No. Into the Rocketverse, it got aborted at probably like T minus 0.00008
No, they weren't at engine
seconds.
ignition. They probably engine. No, that's
Aw.
that's
That's
that's that,
unfortunate.
that's an hour of sleep I just lost.
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
Oh no.
What?
Wait, they
No?
delayed it or so.
I,
They haven't
I'm
disarmed the
no,
things yet.
yeah, because and the
Did they
what?
delay for a minute or
Huh?
so?
I'm completely confused because the
Same.
I
Wait, we're
want
still
I want
going.
to
We're
say
still going.
T.
We're still going. It just retracted to get the
Oh,
big disconnect. So we're at T
yeah,
minus 20
right.
seconds now. So the second one
Oh,
should
all
be
right.
now.
No F, no F.
No
We're
F,
still
no F. We're
go.
going. We're
We're still
going.
go. Was just like
So
delayed by a couple of
when the
seconds.
small one goes off, we are T minus 15 seconds
I'm genuinely confused right now.
because they said
And
something of a
rocket up
board.
in just a couple of seconds. What? I'm
I'm not sure what
totally
is
confused.
happening. So the small quick disconnect should have been corrected by now. That's not 15 seconds. Something
I just got
is.
my flashbacks to the SN9 times where you're like all confused because SN10 was rolling out and everyone's like going crazy
But nothing on
because
Twitter. But that
no
doesn't
one
seem.
knew
That doesn't see look good. Should have
what.
the disconnect gone there.
Maybe there was like an engineer who was like, "Oh no, I'm supposed to press this button, but I pressed the
Why
other
did
one." And
why did yeah, they definitely said abort on the comms, on the pad comms. You heard that definitely loud and clear. But why
okay,
did they disconnect the big QD? That's my question right now.
maybe it was like
So yeah, we're scrubbed
I
for
don't
a
want to
day.
say. So they're done.
Yes, we're done. But now
Uh,
we leave it the question: why
well,
did the big QD disconnect?
well, here's a theory. So maybe it was still in the program, and even though it aborted,
Now it would have been much earlier. It was
yeah.
after
But I
T0.
mean,
So yeah,
oh
F and chat, guys, big F and chat.
yeah, F and chat,
So that's
they're
unfortunate.
done
Yeah,
for the night.
we're done for today. So yeah,
So
hopefully we'll see another attempt tomorrow at the same time.
so you can really tell Marlon has to sleep.
Yes.
Right, guys. Some S in chat, and we're gonna head out of here.
No, not yet.
So not yet.
Just listen,
Right. So
just seeing in nice with
I'm
memory
generally
treats, scrubs,
confused.
not rods. That's important. Always remember that. Scrubs, not rods. Scrubs are cheaper than scrubs. Rods. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Rods.
scrubs are not cool.
Yeah, and rods are cool, so definitely launch this fucking rocket now. What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, if you have a rud, that's at least it makes some cool pictures. But
Yeah. I mean, scrub is not cool.
it's yeah, and scrub is
SN22, can you tweet something real quick from our account from Wikipedia? That would be nice. Thank
like that's the thing. I would love to see a rocket launch in
you.
person.
Scrub Soyuz 2.1 in a very rare hole just before ignition ahead of OneWeb 9. So I'm actually curious what caused the hole, the hold or abort.
Rear flame. Yeah, well, that's a good question.
So we don't see an abort that often. But it's
No
really interesting. I would really love to know why, and why did this big QD disconnect?
questions over questions.
I'm just gonna participate in the afternoon.
Okay. Have a
Seeing
cool
interesting. So
marketing
let's just
strategy
wait
for
like
streams.
5 more minutes and then we'll
Yeah, that's probably a good idea because
Thank you, isn't ready. Or
22.
Awesome Dog, I'm just calling you Awesome.
Awesome Dog is a pretty cool name.
Yeah, it's an awesome dog name.
Uh,
Okay, we have an update from Cosmos.
oh, and
It's transferred to a safe date. That means I only have the German translation, so it's saying, let me just relate it really quick. That makes sense. Launch of the Soyuz 2.1B rocket with the Soyuz frigate upper stage and 34 spacecraft of the satellite company OneWeb transferred to a safety date.
okay. So maybe it's
So
something
yeah,
going on
Deuce
with
no
the
launch
what?
today, and
What do
now
we
with
have?
ISS views with nice music. I know.
So I would assume no Lance Jiux. So I would assume that maybe there was something going on like with the weather because a
Nah,
safe date.
no weather. Soyuz doesn't scrub in weather. That's
Yeah,
0.0000% chance.
yeah.
Soyuz won't
Okay.
scrub
I was
plus
actually
weather.
kind of rethinking that while I was saying it because they launch in rain and snow and stuff, right?
Launch it. It's an ICBM. It launches.
Yeah, right.
You want it to launch, it launches.
You can just
That's not the
push a
problem.
button and it's just
I mean, it was right ahead or right at and when they started the engine ignition, so I would say it is an engine problem, which is also pretty weird because that
everything
doesn't
about this
happen.
is weird. There's
Yeah, I mean,
like
Soyuz scrub's weird itself.
I haven't seen lots of Soyuz launches.
I haven't seen
I
a
didn't
single
think I
Soyuz
have.
scrub yet, and I have seen a lot of Soyuz launches. I have seen every Soyuz screw launch. This was the first rocket launch I ever seen, and never scrubbed. So
I like. I can always remember my first rocket launch that I watched. It was Starlink 1. That was kind of fun.
Starlink 1,
Yeah, it was.
SpaceX fanboy.
And ever since then, I haven't missed a single SpaceX launch. I almost missed Transporter 2 though. Yeah. Well, I feel like
Oh,
August is weird because we haven't had a successful orbital flight this month, right?
we had one just no, not yesterday.
Oh, it was Vega, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot about Vega.
And summer can't change anything. Oh no, it's just the text that can change. So this text
Vega has
soon.
actually a pretty emotional status for me because as a small kid, my mother got me a I always
You have
had
that
this
one too?
small the little Ziku thing.
Yes.
Yes.
Every German kid has that. That's
So in
I
Germany we
with the
have
truck,
those
right? With the truck and the
little
mobile launching.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, oh my
And
god,
you can just
yes.
lift it up and
Yes.
it goes.
Yes.
Yeah, so in Germany we have the little company called Ziku and they make small cars, like model cars out of aluminum. And apparently that's a big thing that everyone had the Vega and it was just an aluminum thing with some plastic tubes sticking out of the like a big plastic tube out of the bottom and there was like the truck and it was carrying it and it made absolutely no sense because it was kind of like an ICBM on there because the truck was carrying the rocket and the what's it called, like the thing where it was laying on, it could just lift up like a transporter and it would just launch up there and it was just weird
Yes.
thinking about it, but it was so unique. And ever
Well,
since
wait,
then I love it.
let me just look for it.
Yeah, pull up a
How
picture.
was it spelled again?
Siku. So maybe we can see the Vega. I
Yeah,
always thought
there you
when I
can
was a kid,
see
I
it.
always
Look
thought
at this beautiful.
they just look up rocket.
Oh yeah, Dave SpaceX cranes.
So yeah, it was just
let me just pull up all music. Oh yeah, there we have it. Oh my god. Oh, this is childhood. This is
oh
yeah.
yes,
Oh yeah.
yes. Oh boy.
Oh
Yeah, there
boy.
it is.
This
It
thing is
was
so demolished for me.
yeah.
It
I
has
was
scratches
when I was a kid,
everywhere
I
of
always knew that ESA was
Daisy.
the European Space Agency. But I didn't know that that was an actual rocket. I always thought it's just like, they kind of made that. They came up with that.
Yes, him
But yeah.
actually. But I mean, it isn't. No, it's actually not in Vigo. It's
No,
a.
it's not a Vega.
It's an
Yeah, right.
Ariane 4.
Yeah, when I was looking,
It's
right?
small
Yeah,
Ariane 4. It's curves Ariane 4. It's
yeah.
very
I was
small
just
Ariane
I
4.
was looking at it and I was like, wait, that's not a Vega.
Yeah,
All right,
it's super small Ariane
all right.
4.
I'm completely all right. Yeah, my brain is just making weird noises because it's under a lot of stress.
Weird noses.
All right, I'm
Wait,
genuinely
are we actually
confused right now.
streaming in 360p?
Are we? No, 720.
We are streaming in 720p.
Yes, sir.
That can't be real.
No, yeah, it is real.
You're streaming in 720p. We are streaming in
I don't know.
720p.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me just. Okay, for next stream we will be there in 4K. Just kidding, we will be there in 1080p at least. I don't know why it's in
I don't even have a
720p.
4K display
Oh,
anywhere.
me not. Me neither.
Me not.
Anyway, thank you for being here. Nice stream. We had really awesome with you. Lots of interaction
Yeah.
and nice time. And yeah, let's hope we'll see the rocket launch tomorrow then. And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, scraps better than rods. Not for us, but for them. And so yeah, hope you enjoyed this day. We'll leave you with that beautiful photograph, John Cross, and yeah, have a nice
outro.
have a nice night.
I'm gonna do an epic outro.
Just leaving you with some music. Yeah, have a nice night.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Hopefully, maybe.
Dun, dun, dun.
Is it cold when you're dreaming? Is it cold when you're under and wanna roll back to yesterday? Is it cold when you're dreaming? Is it cold when you're under and wanna roll back to yesterday? Is it cold when you're dreaming? Is it cold when you're under? I wanna roll back to yesterday. Is it cold when you're dreaming? Is it cold when you're under?